How many fragile manual spreadsheets are holding your supply chain together right now? 50? 100? Look at this setup. We have inventory trackers on a tablet, transit logs on a laptop, vendor emails on a phone. None of them are talking to each other. When a process like goods in transit breaks down, the corporate reflex is to immediately build a new tracking tool. We create another manual data entry protocol to patch the leak. We falsely equate adding complexity with gaining operational control. In reality, we're just piling on weight. This constant accumulation of tools is the direct root cause of supply chain director burnout. Every new spreadsheet you introduce creates an isolated data silo. Each of those silos demands exhausting daily manual maintenance just to stay relevant. This creates vulnerable logic, housing proprietary lead times, vendor rules, and pricing formulas inside a single local file. When subjected to enterprise-level scale, it fractures. Because it's unencrypted and disconnected, errors cascade backward, corrupting the wider system. The end result is total operational gridlock. Departments freeze because these fragmented, unprotected spreadsheets can't sync the truth. The math is punishing. The more tools and spreadsheets you add to a supply chain, the more rigid and breakable the architecture becomes. We draw a systems engineering framework from Chapter 48 of the Daodejing. This ancient manuscript outlines a specific contrast. To attain knowledge, you add things every day, but to attain wisdom, you remove things every day. That is the ultimate truth of supply chain systems architecture. The ancient commentator Wang Bi noted that the goal of this subtraction is returning to a pure, unhindered state. In engineering terms, this is unencumbered efficiency. True architectural wisdom means systematically stripping away manual interventions, rather than acquiring new software to patch broken processes. In modern corporate practice, subtraction looks like the ruthless elimination of manual Excel files. This requires a cultural shift. Leaders have to stop acting like rigid rocks, fighting over spreadsheet syntax and hoarding territorial data. When you remove those disjointed tools, you clear the operational space. You create a vacuum for a better system to take hold. That replacement is a native application. This moves your core logic into a secure, server-side environment, protect it from deletion. Automated pathways take over human work, moving data instantly from this single source of truth. Building automated logic targets the underlying process error, instead of just layering another tracker over a broken workflow. By subtracting the manual clutter, you clear the space necessary for native, automated systems to finally run themselves. Chapter 8 of the Daodejing tells us the highest good is like water. With subtractive architecture, your system behaves exactly like this. Your operations bypass resistance. They flow around obstacles and resolve broken processes without friction. The first major victory of building native logic is speed. Operations move exponentially faster because you have removed the human bottlenecks. The second victory is the lockdown of your intellectual property. Because your rules are now encoded in the application layer, they are no longer exposed to anyone with a copy of a file. Your logic is version controlled and hosted on a secure server, protecting your most valuable operational secrets from being lost or leaked on local hard drives. Deleting those manual spreadsheets replaces a brittle pile of files with a secure, single-source system that holds its shape through corporate transitions. It is time to elevate your role. Step away from managing syntax and entirely abandon manual data entry. Stop babysitting spreadsheets and start architecting enterprise logic. What specific manual process are you going to remove today? Let me know in the comments and subscribe to Strategic Flow for more systems engineering insights.